All right, welcome. This is week 13. We're going over the homework solution. This is for Thursday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. But I know some of you are watching this. I don't know. Maybe some of you are watching this on Thursday. So happy Halloween. But for those who are watching it earlier, um, here you go. These are your homework solutions. This is for week 13, okay? Oh, hey, that's that's cool. Week 13, happy Halloween. That's cool. All right, so when using the graph to the right, I don't know if you guys noticed, but please understand this is the x-axis here. Okay. All right, let me just color code this for you. Some of you are freaking out. That's your x-axis. This is your y-axis. Okay. So these have numerical numbers here. All right. So first one, which line represents the function y equals 1 half x plus 3? We know here, based on this information, that this is your b, which is your y-intercept of 3, and we know that your slope here, your slope is equal to 1 over, your slope is 1 over 2. So your change in your y is 1, and your change of x is equal to 2. Okay, so let's see what's the first one. If we go down, this is -1, this is -2, this is -3. Okay, do we want that? No, we want it at what? 3. This is 1, this is 2, so this is 3. So it's either Q or R. Which one has a delta Y of 1? So we go up how much? 1. So this is your delta Y of 1. Then we go to the right, which is delta x by 2. 1, 2. So your delta x is equal to 2. Okay, so we know this is this line, which is line R. So we would say line R would be our answer. Write the linear equation for line Q. Where's Q? Q here has the same y-intercept. Okay, we would say it has the same y-intercept. Let's just bring this back up there. Okay, it had the same y-intercept, but its slope is different. Its slope, it's delta x, it's delta y. So let's just write it here. It's delta y. It was going down, so it's -1 because it's going down. But it's also just going to the right, so your delta x, it's still 2. So the difference is that this one would be y equals to -1 over 2x plus 3. Notice how it's the same. This just has a negative slope. Okay? Alright. Match each point of table to the linear function. Alright, so the first one here. Oh, yay, look. Gives us the y-intercept right there. We know that what the y-intercept is 3. And let's get the slope. Okay, first one, delta x is equal to the number 0 to 4, so that's 4. Then we know our delta y goes to 3 to 2, so our delta y. How do you go from 3 to 2? You subtract, no, 3 to 1. You subtract 2. So here, the slope would be -2 over 4, or you can simplify that equals to -1/2. So which one has a -1/2 as the slope, and the y-intercept is 3? Ooh, this one right there. So we're going to connect it right here. So A, this is A. Okay? Oh, next one, next one, next one. Okay. Ooh, it's really hard to get the y-intercept here, but we can get the delta x's and the delta y's. Let's do the delta y's first, okay? How do you go from -3 to -1? Your delta y, are you adding or subtracting? We're adding. We're adding how much? 2. Okay, because the numbers, the -3 to the -1, you add 2. Okay, then this one, your delta x is what? From -2 to 2, you add 4. So the slope here was your delta y, which is 2, over your delta x, which is 4, which can be simplified to just 1/2. Which one has a slope of 1/2? This one. So this should be b. So this one automatically becomes c. Okay, I can still do it for you if you would like to see the work. 3 to 9, so your delta y goes from 3 to 9, so you add 6 to get that. Your x from here to here, your delta x from 1 to 4, you add 3. Slope would be m is equal to delta y, which is 6 over 3, which is simplified to 2 over 1. Or you could just write it as 2. There you go. Last one, a linear function goes to the point -2, 1, and 1, -3. What are the coordinates for the y-intercept of this function? Graph the points. Do I want to really graph this? You know what? I want to make this easier. I'm going to put it in a chart. Okay, here, let's see. I'm going to make a table here. Let's go down. Okay, hold on, relax. Let's do it like this, okay? X, such a small number. Let's just make this super big. Okay, this is your X, this is your Y. Put that in the middle. Okay, so our first one was -2, then it was 1. Okay, good. Then the next number was 1. So there's a gap here. There should be a -1 here. Then there's a 0. Then there's a 1. We know 1 is -3. Okay. All right. There should be a gap here. Okay. This was your first point. This was your second point. Okay. This was your. Oops. Okay. Whatever. Okay. This was your first point. This is your second point. We have to find some values here. So let me. Hold on. Let me just get the chart here and we could work with it. Once we get the chart from Word, we can play with it a little bit. Okay, hang on. All right, so here's the chart. All right, so let's do a couple of things here. We know that our delta x's are what? So delta x, you're going from here to here. You are adding 1. Right, you're just adding 1. Okay. Alright. Ooh, the y-intercept is this value. Okay. Alright. So you're going from here to here, which is your what? Oops, let's do this in. Okay. So from here to here, this is your what? Delta y. Then you do your delta y again. Then you do your delta y again. How many delta y's did you do? 1, 2, 3. So 3 delta y's is equal to the number -3. Okay, so divide by 3, because you're trying to get delta y alone. This cancels, right? Get you delta y is equal to -1, because -3 over 3 is 1. So they're saying your delta y is -1. Let's see if that makes sense. Okay, so this number 1 minus 1 becomes 0. 0 minus 1 is -1. -1 minus 1 is -3. That is wrong. That is wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Is that right? Here, 1, 3. Okay, hold on. This is wrong. How many delta y's are happening? This is your delta y. This should be your delta y. It should be 2 delta y's. There should be only 2 delta y's. Because here's delta y. Here's another delta y. Here. Maybe there's only 2 delta y's. Okay. Hold on. Let's just erase all this. This is wrong. Okay. No, hold on. You're going from here to here. Hold on. Give me a second to think, okay? This is a little... Okay. I actually made a mistake. This should actually not be a -2. This should not be a -2. Okay? Wow, you're gonna hate me for this. It should actually be a -3. This should be actually a -3. So this has to be all redone. It's gonna make more sense because the math didn't make sense. So here the next values would have been -2. Okay, then it would be -1. Then it would be 0. Okay, then it would be 1. And we know 1 was -3. But we didn't know what this was. So let me just erase this. We didn't know what this was. And we didn't know what this was. Okay. But we know from what? Here to here it's delta y. From here to here it's delta y. From here to here it's delta y. Okay. Then from here to here it's also delta y. How many delta y's occur? 4. Okay. So very straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be this should go to -1, should go to 0, -1, -2, then -3. Okay? Alright? Because how many deltas did occur? So it was 3 delta y's was equal to -3. Divide that by 3, divide this by 3. Okay, cancels out. Get you delta y is equal to -1. That's how I got that. You could also guess and check. Okay. Sorry, made that mistake. So, what is the coordinate of the y? It is this. Okay. So, this in order pair in a coordinate point would look like 0, comma, -2. Right? So, the answer would be 0, comma, -2 would be the answer. All right, there you go. Sorry, my mistake. This should be a -3, comma 1. Okay. All right, but everything else looks good. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, there you go. Happy Halloween. Sorry. Oh, that was your little trick or treat. Sorry, but there you go. Those were all your solutions. Okay. All right.